wanna be down with the king.
It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend, Work Done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy, already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the king.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Welcome back into hour number 2 of the Sports Kings podcast. Big Mike rolling solo tonight. Man, Rob Calloway has some issues to take care of. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. He's missing it, though. He's missing all the great Deflategate coverage that we've got going on here tonight. And as I can see here, a lot of people are tweeting about the Deflategate, a lot of players. So we're going to have some fun with that tomorrow, I am sure. I saw one name, that Darnell Dockett. I'll say that and I'll walk away. Drop the mic and I'm out. Don't forget, we're being heard via Spreaker.com. You guys can also catch us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live, as well as our email address, sportskingslive@gmail.com. Like I said, yeah, we spent the whole hour. I spent the whole hour talking about the recent news that everyone's favorite spirited competitor, the guy who would do anything to win, obviously, now, has been suspended for 4 games from the NFL. That news just coming down about 2 hours ago. That, along with the fact that the team has been docked 2 draft picks, a first-rounder in 2016 and a 4th-rounder. It just seems like so arbitrary, right? Why not 5? Why not 3? Why not 7? Like, where does that number come from? But anyway, a 4th-rounder in 2017, as well as $1 million. No punishment for Coach Belichick, Bill Belichick. Also, the way they're stating it is that there's no actual punishment for Robert Kraft, the owner, or any other executives, that the $1 million fine and the draft picks are punishments for the team as a whole. However you want to, that's the way they want to kind of, kind of put the lipstick on that pig. So, yeah. I didn't tell you guys about my weekend, did I? Yeah, because Tom Brady ruined it. Ruined, me telling you guys about my Mother's Day weekend. Not necessarily my Mother's Day weekend. I really can't call it mine. I'm not a mom, obviously. You can hear that from the silky smooth baritone in my voice. No, Saturday. I told you guys that the woman, the woman of the house, wanted me to barbecue for the moms in the family. On her side of the family. My mom, she couldn't make it. She's in Florida. And my sister had some running around to do with my niece, so she wasn't able to make it either. So it was for the moms of her family, supposedly. Yeah, I initially labeled it last week as a win plus win equals win-win. Yeah, it was a lose-lose. It was a win. It was like a I'll tell you guys what happened. You can make the determination on your own. So I did what I do. It's a couple-day process with me and the meat. You know what I mean? We got to get to know each other. I got to do a lot of marinating and brining and things like that to incorporate flavor in the meat, right? So I do all that. Make sure I go get the wood chips because I don't really grill. I smoke the meat. You know what I mean? And so I can once again infuse flavor. So I do all that. Got up on Saturday morning, ready to go. Had everything prepped, seasoned, everything. Made some of my mac and cheese that I make. That's always a hit. Some other people were bringing some other things like vegetables. Who needs those, right? Potato salad and all that. It's all about the meat. So anyway, I do that. Hamburgers and hot dogs for the kids on my little side grill. The smoker rocking with the ribs and the drumsticks and the wings. No swine. No swine on this occasion. One of her uncles, who, by the way, I'm saying uncle because he's not a mom, but he was here as well. That was made clear to me that was going to happen. So long story short, what happens is, and I didn't incorporate this into my thought process, just recently, her grandma, the matriarch of their family, passed, and she took it hard. My wife took it hard. Her mom took it hard. A lot of the family members took it hard. Her uncle took it very, very hard. And unbeknownst to me, or just kind of slipped my mind and didn't really catch my attention because I'm thinking about the meat, that on Mother's Day, it was usually a time where everyone got together at her grandma's house. Yeah, this was told to me Saturday afternoon, too, not even morning. So I'm like, oh, I know what this is going to be about. It's going to be like family reunion, which I hate. With everything and every fiber in me, I hate those things. Not really a real tight-knit family guy. My immediate family, mom, dad, sister, my niece, that's who I rock with. I don't really rock with a lot of people like that. And I don't really like a lot of people in my crib because this is like my safe haven. You know what I mean? This is my cocoon. And so when there's a lot of ruckus going on in the house and a lot of calamity, I can't deal with it. So, I did my antisocial thing. I made sure I went down and say what's up to the mother-in-law because she got here early before everybody else, which was cool. Did that. But I came back upstairs to what I call my control room. Not this particular office that I'm in now. This is where the work get done. My leisure room with my recliner in. Sat back, watched the basketball games, and didn't see anybody. Didn't see anybody else. Didn't want to, be honest with you. And I know it seems like it's a bad look, but I'm not a good guy. I'm not. I have a problem with having, like, if I don't feel like fake smiling with people, I won't. You know what I mean? And I definitely don't want to have conversation. The Hawks game was on. I don't want nobody talking to me about that kind of stuff, the Hawks and all that, because, he does sports, so he must know all this. No, I don't know nothing. Don't talk to me about anything. So that happened. That was my Saturday. It wasn't like I thought it was going to be. And then, golly, black people, you got to tell me why. Why do you not know how to depart? Like, eat, drink, be merry, and leave. Go home, my man, my woman, go home. But, I ain't make no to do about it. I let it ride, let it do what it do. You know what I mean? Because I'm that kind of guy. With Mother's Day, which, by the way, again, if you've heard me on these podcasts, it's weird. The whole, this is the day that you tell your mama that you love her. Nah, that would be every day. You feel me? If you really do, like, everybody got to post pictures of themselves with their mama on that particular day, and the day I'm taking my mama out to eat. Like, why you don't take her out to eat on, like, I don't know, like July 15th or something? Just some random day. It's just weird to me. This whole concept of, planned emotion, scheduled emotion. Today is the day. It's February 14th, and you have to tell the person that you're with you love them, or else. Miss me with it. It's bull. It's total bull. I'm kind of dude that's like, I don't want to be in that particular part of the matrix. You know what I mean? I do enough on the rest of the days to not have to feel obligated or bad, like a bad son or a bad husband or any of these things on these stupid days that people somewhere along the line made up in order to make money off you suckers. All right, that's that. I'll tell you guys about my Comcast situation either later on in the show if I have time or tomorrow. But Comcast sucks. Let's just say that. And I'll leave it at that. If I could real quick, I want to wrap up this whole... Well, first I want to wrap up the Deflategate situation. They just, between hours, I did listen in to what was going on, and the most perfect thing in the world happened. They interviewed, because that's what ESPN wants to do, Patriots fans who for whatever reason, are outside of Gillette Stadium now, like today on May 11th. For what reason, only God knows. So they're asking this lady, like, I can't believe Tom got 4 games, the same as a PED user, and more than a guy who beats women. Oh, that's unacceptable. Okay, see? Again, this is the position that Commissioner Goodell puts himself in, because people are going to equate everything to everything else when there is no structure. When there is no known structure, people are going to say, you're full of it. Well, and the people that we're talking about is obviously, they're Patriots fans. This lady somehow, she got season tickets, and she's been to, and she's been to Super Bowls and all this kind of stuff. And this one guy, this is the best one. He's like, you know what they ought to do? The Patriots ought to just forfeit the first 4 games and send a message and then run the table and win the Super Bowl. Because you know what, Mr. Guy from New England? It's just that easy. That's exactly how it's done. You just, you plan it out. You skip, we just omit the first whole full quarter of the season. You do that. A first quarter in which, if I'm not mistaken, yes, you do. You have a divisional game in game 2. So that's already gonna give a divisional opponent a win. And by the way, 3 out of your first 4 games are against AFC opponents. So conference opponents as well. So yeah, please. I'm sure the Bills and the Jets and the Dolphins are saying, please, 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 please take that dummy's advice. And, Stully McHoulihan up there in Boston, he got the perfect plan to show everybody. I'll show you, NFL. What else happened over the weekend? Here's something crazy. Justin Blackmon. You saying who? Yeah, Justin Blackmon, the 5th overall pick in, 2011. Justin Blackmon was. Yeah, he was denied reinstatement. He was suspended indefinitely for marijuana use, for repeated failing of the league substance abuse policy. This article written by Vincent Frank and per Mike Dempsey of 92.5 FM in Jacksonville says it's not fully known why Blackmon was denied reinstatement. He says it's either due to another failed drug test or a missed drug test, which is the same thing. It's the same as a drug test. Apparently, Justin Blackmon admitted himself into a treatment facility in October 2014, and it seemed to not have worked. It was 2012, as a matter of fact. Selected 5th overall, by the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2015, a year in which he gathered up 64 receptions and 865 yards, and he played all 16 games. I'm going to always mention this kid when he comes up in the news because of some of the more idiotic things I heard when he was coming out from people who are supposed to, you would think, I'm not going to say they're supposed to, but you would think they would know better than to jump in this size pool, a very shallow one. One Warren Moon in particular, his words were, this guy is a talent. He's Dez Bryant without the head problems. Well, here's the thing. Dez is about to sign an extension and become probably, if not the highest, one of the top 3 or 4 highest paid wide receivers in the NFL. Meanwhile, Justin Blackmon has probably played his last game in the league. It's passed him by. There are too many wide receivers. He's in the wrong position. He's like Ray Rice. It's like, dude, you play the wrong position for people to have to be giving you a second chance. He's not like Greg Hardy is still. First of all, he's still young and he plays a premium position like pass rusher, and he's good at it, very, very good. So people look at it and say, yeah, I know the thing about the choking and the beating and the guns, but God, he can sack Eli. You know what I mean? So Jerry's like, all right, cool, bring him in. Let's get this team friendly deal in place, and let's move forward. And here's the other thing, as far as that's concerned, somebody who's on the one of the women's advocates or whoever you are, you have to tell me, someone has to come out and say that if you believe this to be true, that if someone is in a position where they've been convicted or accused or involved in some way in domestic violence, they should not be allowed. If you feel this way, they should not be allowed to work within the confines of professional sports any longer. Because that's what it seems like. Because every time, like this kid from Michigan that's out in Seattle now that they drafted, he's a pass rusher as well, premium position. I think the Seahawks did him they did him a disservice in their rationale for why they drafted him. This in-depth investigation in which they don't believe he did what he hit the woman he is accused of hitting. But meanwhile, they didn't talk to any of the witnesses any of the people at the hotel, her brother, anybody who supposedly witnessed this crime that happened, they interviewed none of them and made their findings based on God knows